All right, everybody, we got a hot mic and we're riding a cold streak. Oh, my God. Week 2 NFL. Let's get excited. I'm not looking back. I'm not the Saints. I'm not dwelling in the past. I'm the Rams. I'm not hung up on this. I'm moving forward. Week 1, I hope that you did not bet alongside me. It was not good. We're going to get into that. But let's move on to Week 2. Week 2 NFL started last night. We're recording this on Friday morning, 9 a.m. Best Coast time. Last night, so I missed most of the game. Confession alert. I did not go through the all 22 yet. I get that shipped out to me. The NFL, they shipped that out to me morning after. So I'll go through that this morning. I'll break down that film and have a more proper analysis for you later on. I think there was some cover 4 issues in the Carolina secondary. I think that was mainly what was going on. But I missed a game because of a TiVo error. We've all been there. I had it set to record. I got the Thursday night game on NBC, so I thought I was good. But this is only on the NFL Network, and I missed everything but the last 5 minutes. Thank God I did. The 5 minutes that I saw were 5 of the most grueling minutes of NFL football that I've endured in a long time. It was terrible. These replays, it must have taken 40 minutes of actual human time to get through that 5 minutes of game time. That was pathetic. They got the fucking call wrong, too. I don't care. I mean, I get it. There's a differentiation between illegal contact, pass interference, but can't you see that coming when you make the fucking rule? Like, hey, well, what if it's a foul, but it's illegal contact and not? No one in the committee brought that up. No one in the NFL thought, hey, but yeah, what about this? What if, he fucks him over, but it's not technically pass interference? The ball's not out of his hand, but there's a foul that's occurred. Can we call something then? No? So that was pathetic. I get why Ron Rivera was angry. I mean, they lost the football game. He is swimming to the top of the pool when it comes to, hey, who's going to be the first coach skimmed out of this thing when we start to clean it out. And he's not feeling good this morning. 10 days to think about that is too many days. But let's give credit where credit's due. Jameis, brother, you saw them all, man. You saw them all last night. Not a single interception. He caught a lot of heat, a lot of graphics going up. Hey, Jameis is most interceptions, most turnover, most anything that's bad when it comes to playing quarterback of football. But credit to him, part of that is only due to the fact that Blake Bortles got benched. So Bortles is outpacing him on all those things, but then he hasn't played football for a while. So you can't, but I guess there's a reason that Bortles isn't playing football anymore, right? Yeah. Eli's got to be right behind Jameis, and whatever each of those horrible statistics is, he's got to be right behind him. Couple other notes. Bruce Arians, he had a normal hat on, not one of those fucking Kangol hats that make him look like an asshole, but he had just a normal baseball hat. And I got to think the karma from not looking like an asshole carried over a little bit into the game because it was close. McCaffrey at the end there getting stuffed. They run that little reverse. Everyone's up in arms. Run Cam Newton. From what I understand, they ran him a couple times earlier in the game and he got stuffed. And finally, with Cam, hey, still number 1 in fashion, rocking the Susan Sarandon. Loved it. I don't know if he owns a scarf company or what, but I am loving that look. That I don't give a fuck. We're 0-2. Everyone hates me. And I am essentially a debutante Creole woman. That's how I'm going to dress. I'm going to dress like a debutante Creole woman from the 1920s. And I dig it. It's a good look for him. I think most people that are critical of it are just jealous. There you go. That's Bucks Panthers. That's all you need to know about that game. Let's move on to week 2. But before we move on, we got to look back. A lot of people make terrible picks. Most of us do. That's why we don't gamble professionally. That's why casinos win. because you can't fucking really predict these things. Certain people can. They spend a lot of time doing it, though. I don't spend that amount of time doing it. I look it over, I go with my gut, and apparently it's usually just fucking wrong. Last week, if I could quote the great Bill Dauterive from the King of the Hill series, thank God it's finally over, but of course, there will always be the nightmares. It was not good. Bobby Fever 6-9. The coin, feisty coin, 9-6. So for the year, obviously, same numbers. Only 1 week in. The coin has gotten the better of me thus far, and I have little to no reason to believe that won't continue. My only thing is, how hot can the coin get? And I hope it's super hot, because some bad happened on Monday night, and I want to just admit to it right here, right now. I'm going to go over my Bono bet. So, biggest turd bet. That was the Broncos, because here's what happened. I went 6-9, and, some money went on those games, obviously, and kind of a similar, not that I didn't bet on every game, but a similar distribution, right? I was maybe 2-3, or I was down, not tremendously down, but I was down. I was looking for a new sports app to bet on. I don't know why. It's all Monopoly money once it goes off the credit card. Anyway, I've never seen any of it back. So I don't care if like the people in the Bahamas or Slovakia or wherever the fuck they're running these things out of. I don't care if they keep the money, because once it's gone, it's gone. I've never cashed in a check for a sports betting account. So, I mean, there you go. That's who you're listening to. Pick these games, so fade away. I went to put some more money in there. I couldn't there's a new Oregon sports betting app, which apparently they're not done with, of course. And I couldn't get into DraftKings. It says you could do DraftKings and what's the other one? FanDuel. I tried getting on those because they look pretty slick. Good interface. Looks like they had lots of good things. Maybe you get into daily as well a little bit. I don't really do any fantasy. And they said I couldn't use it out here. So I'm scrambling. Of course I'm not prepared. It's 9:45. Game's kicking off in 15 minutes. So I go through I just open up one of my I got a text message from my bookie. I was like, oh, fuck, my bookie. So I click on that, and lo and behold, I still had a relatively good amount of money in that account, which I'd forgotten about. Because once football season's over, I used to go through a cycle where I do a deposit in the fall, and then I struggled through football season. Sometimes win a little bit. Never, I'm never doubling up. I may be a little bit up, one year out of 4. And then, but mostly I lose like half of it. Whatever I put in the fall, I lose about half of it by the time it's over. By the time the carnage has ended and all the bodies have been counted and buried, about half my fucking money is usually gone. That's just how it goes. It's an entertainment expense. It's not how I earn a living. And then I kind of let it sit there, and then usually I'll lose it all in March Madness. If not then I'll piss it away during the NBA playoffs. And then it's timed for, what's that? 100% deposit bonus, whatever. I don't even know how those bonuses fucking work either. That seems like ultra fake money that you'll never ever see. I don't know how it's ever converted to real money. That's weird. I don't know. It's fun, though. It's fun. It's fun until you got fucking money on Joe Flacco. I hate you, Joe Flacco. I wish you nothing but the worst when it comes to your professional football career. Unfortunately, that asshole from Missouri is on the IR. I don't know why. Apparently, he's a real dickhead, too, which I'm looking forward to. Josh Rosen, you may no longer be the most hated guy in the NFL once Drew Lock gets a little bit more camera time. Because at this point, Rosen's somewhat of a sympathetic figure. I mean, you end up on the Cardinals, you get traded, and then you're on the fucking Dolphins, which are maybe 10 times worse than the Cardinals were last year, who got the number 1 pick. That's not the way to start your career. That's not the way to start week 1 either, but it happens. So let's go. Week 2. Let's get it done. What's week 2's theme? Belief. That's the theme of the week. What do we believe? What was real from week 1? We overreacted to some things, but now it's had a little bit of time to settle in. And what's real? What do you think's real as we go through these games? Once again, we're going to go through this in the order of the watchability index from worst to best. Worst category, make the Brits watch it. Send this over to England. Put it on at 6:30. It's over before I wake up. Colts at Titans. The ultimate make the Brits watch it game. Maybe like Bills at Titans. That could maybe be worse. Giants at Titans. That would be terrible. But Colts at Titans. What do I believe about the Colts? The Colts fucking, for whatever reason, own the Titans. They are, you're doing the SATs. New England is to Pittsburgh as Indianapolis is to Tennessee. There's two things that own the state of Tennessee. The curse of Greg Schiano. Fuck you guys. I cannot get any more joy from a fan base going to shit, a football program going to shit, than I do the University of Tennessee. You guys basically framed a dude as being a child molester because you didn't want to be your football coach. And guess what happened, bro? You got Jeremy Pruitt. So, fuck Tennessee. In general, the state, and also the Titans. I'll never root for them. When it comes to what do I believe about the Titans, number 1, I believe fuck them. Number 2, life finds a way. Jeff Goldblum, Jurassic Park, life finds a way. It does. And Tennessee will always find a way to fucking 9-7 or 8-8. They're going to find their way there. I'm on the Colts. This is the first pick of the week. Get your fucking pen and pencil out. Colts, +3. Hey there, Coin. How you doing? Whoa, buddy. All right. You ready? Yeah? You need some coffee? No? Yeah, big week, right? Big week. Who you got here, man? Oh, wait. This is away. That's home. Okay. Of course. Fucking goddamn Coin is on the Colts. Because you know why, Coin? I even forgot the rule. I forgot the rule that you're always on the Colts. But you didn't forget. How's Jim doing? Good? Chargers at Lions. Lions, 2.5-point dogs at home. Oh, by the way, that's Titans are 3-point favorites at home there. Over-under is 44.5. I don't think I went through that. Chargers at Lions. Lions are 2.5-point dogs at home. Over-under is 47.5. What I believe about the Chargers, I believe in the Chargers on the road because they always play on the road. So I think that they actually benefit from playing on the roads instead of playing in a half-empty stadium filled of the people that are there, 70% the opposing team's fans. Just the juice that's in the fucking building at the beginning of a regular NFL game, if you're not a Carolina Panthers fan, which, by the way, Panthers fans, are you not allowed at the games anymore? Do they not allow you to come in? Is there parking or is there hurricane issues 2 weeks in a row? Or do you just fucking hate the Panthers and Cam Newton and Ron Rivera at this point? Maybe a little bit of everything. But I think they get a lot of energy from that just as a football team, an NFL team. I get to play in front of a crowd. I like it. It's almost as many people as when I was in college. So this is fun. And what I believe about the Lions, I believe they're a bunch of fucking chickens. That was some pussy shit last week at Arizona. No stones. And if you can't beat the Cardinals, can you beat the Chargers? I don't think so. Also, what I believe, Matt Patricia, he's going to be the defensive coordinator in Miami next year. I'm going to call that. Brian Flores is going to hire him on. Of course, after Matty P gets fired. Chargers, I'll take them, give them the 2.5. Bills at the Giants. So, and by the way, everybody, I forgot to mention this earlier in the pod. I forgot to mention it because I don't believe it. And there's no reason to believe it. I'm in communication with Poker Guy, and there's a good chance that he's going to be on this thing at the end of it. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to start call-outs here. He's 30 minutes away from his crib. That was a while ago. That's probably 10, at least 10. I mean, how far into this fucking podcast am I? Let me check this here. Call out time. Oh, that was at least fucking 15 to 20 minutes ago. So we'll see. We'll see, brother. I got the Zencaster all set up for you, man. It's just ready and waiting. Seat's warm. Beer's cold. Come on in. Come on in, man. All right, where was that here? So that's an update on Poker Guy. Maybe he's dead, though. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in like 20 minutes. You never know with that guy. Oh, wow. This is not it. Oh, good day, mate. Have you seen the Bills that the Giants are playing at Wembley Stadium? That's what people should be saying themselves this morning. Oh, no, I haven't. I wouldn't go to that piece of shit even if it were. Yeah. Yeah, that's a conversation that should be having in London right now. But they're not. Instead, we got the Bills and the Giants in New York City. What a travesty. Plus 1.5 for the Giants at home. They're home dogs. Over-under is 44. Here, what do I believe? I don't believe in Josh Allen, same as nobody else does. I hope for Josh Allen, right? It's okay to not believe in Josh Allen. Maybe it's okay to even say write him off. But it's still okay to be like, I kind of hope this guy could turn out all right. I hope for Josh Allen. He's big. He could have a little mini sort of peak like Cam Newton did. He reminds me a lot of Cam Newton. Not super accurate. Got some athletic things that, get him by, but may not last forever. I also believe that the Bills are, they usually find a way to fuck me over. But maybe that's a 2019 belief. 2018 belief. Last year's team isn't this year's team. The Giants, what I believe about the Giants. James Betcher, the defensive coordinator from the Giants, he's fucking terrible. Did we not find that out in Arizona as their once vaunted defense collapsed under his tutelage? I noticed that. Did nobody else? I mean, whoever's running the Giants didn't. Who the hell is running the Giants these days? Don't know. Don't care. Hey, is Steve Spagnuolo still out there? Is he going to be hired on as a defensive advisor at some point and then become the new DC for the 8th time? How many times has he been the fucking defensive coordinator there? At least twice, right? Maybe 3. I believe in Eli Manning's noodle arm. And he is going to be like one of those fucking cuckold porn videos where some little skinny-dicked white dude standing next to this black guy with a giant hog when it comes to him just throwing these little floaters, these little bunny floaters out there, and then Josh Allen just pounding these deep outs home. No, that's going to be a bad look, man. That's going to be a real bad look for Eli. He's going to be the dude holding the camera, jerking it. And then Josh Allen, he's doing the pounding. And I'll tell you what, Giants fans, they don't want to see that. So they're going to scream for their own fucking stunt cock in Daniel Jones. And it's going to have them lusting for fucking something better than Eli. All right, Eli, this could be it for you. This could be the death blow. I'm on Buffalo, giving the 1.5. I like them big. I like them big today. Coin's with me. Let's go, Coin. Let's go. I don't know. Wait, did I even pick that? Did I pick that Chargers Lions game? If I didn't, I'm on the Chargers. Give them 2.5. Coin, of course, on the Lions. Fuck, that scares me. Coin's been sharp. Coin's been sharp. What do you like about the Lions so much, man? Yeah, at home. I like them at home too. I mean, all right, technical difficulties here, man. God damn. I got to keep track of this, though. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Oh, you're with me out with Buffalo, too, right? All right, cool. All right, Coin. Let's move on. 49ers at the Bengals. Bengals are 1.5-point favorites at home. That's funny, too. These are two of my favorite bets right in a row. I like them. I can feel. I mean, I used to live a mile away from the Meadowlands Stadium or whatever it is, MetLife Stadium. You can see it from if you had a better apartment in my apartment complex, you could easily see that and the skyline of New York City. I, of course, whatever, have this guy look at the dumpsters. It was basically my apartment. This guy, hey there, Jerry. This guy, give him that give him that apartment there on the second floor. Yeah, the one with the dumpsters. Yeah, it's like 2,600. Oh, you got dogs? Yeah, the dogs, they're like $100 a month extra. That's because they're dogs. I can charge you more. Yeah. Oh, you got a car? It's I guess like $200 a month more. You want to park it here, huh? Where you live in your $2,500 a month apartment? You want to park that here? Yeah, that's like $200 more. What's that? You want a toilet in your apartment? Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Whoa, Mr. fucking Kennedy here. What? They didn't have any places left in Kennebunkport? Fuck. Yeah, that's an extra $800. Yeah, you want the plumbing, a whole plumbing package. Yeah, that's like $7,000. Jesus, you can't afford to live here, buddy, is basically what I'm saying. And I can't afford to bet on the Niners. No one can afford to bet on the Niners. I don't believe in Jimmy G. That's what I don't believe in. What do we believe? I don't believe in Jimmy G. 166 yards. Threw a pick 6 week 1. Terrible preseason. I'm not loving it. And I'm telling you, man, at some point, it's going to manifest itself. What do I believe about the Bengals? At some point, the Marvin Lewis is gone effect is going to happen. Like, it's going to take hold. They're going to look around. Like, it doesn't need to be like this anymore. Like, we don't have to live like this. They're going to have an epiphany, and they're going to say, we don't have to do this anymore. I think today could be that day. I like the Bengals at home against the Niners. All right, let's move on to the next category here. These are a little bit better games. Or snacks provided. If you've got beverages, you got finger foods, I'm coming to your house. We'll watch these games together. Let's go. Cardinals at Ravens. Wait. You didn't pick that one, Coin. Let's go. All right, you got the Bengals too. All right, good. All right, at this point, I'm liking being in agreement with you, Coin. Cardinals at the Ravens. What do I believe about the Cardinals? I think Kyler Murray, no matter what it is going to get a fucking ton of yards and a ton of points in garbage time. How much garbage time is there going to be in this game? Possibly quite a bit. I mean, the Ravens are 13-point favorites. Over-under is 46, so it's like, what's that? 28-20. I'm getting there. Can the Cardinals score 20 points? Let's see. I'm thinking about that over. Because I'm pretty sure the Ravens could score 30 plus. I think what are you doing there at 46? You're looking good. So I think the Cardinals are going to be sneaking a lot of back doors at the end of this year. Throughout the year. What I think about the Ravens, it's same thing as the previous game. You can't underestimate at a certain point, like the Bengals are going to feel that, like, thank God Marvin Lewis is gone thing. I think the Ravens have already felt the, like, oh my God, Joe Flacco's not our quarterback anymore effect. Lamar's good. He's got his own style of doing things. Not every game's going to be played against the Dolphins. He's going to do well. I believe in Lamar. I'm not going fucking crazy because he beat the shit out of the Dolphins one week. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to go crazy if he beats the Cardinals. Let's get at least 4 or 5 games here. And then I'm like, oh, we got another Patrick Mahomes thing on our hands, right? But you don't have Joe Flacco there anymore, man. Like, that's awesome. He's not just going to go out, throw a bunch of picks, not give a shit, and then go bust a nut himself and just fall asleep in his giant fucking mansion, not caring about anything, dude. Joe Flacco doesn't care about my gambling problem, and he doesn't care about his teammates trying to make a living in the NFL. The guy doesn't give a fuck about anything at all, you know? Cards, I'm on you. Plus 13. Coin, where you at? Coin's with me. Oh, wow, Coin. Coin, you're playing a dangerous game here, Coin. You're playing a very dangerous game. Where we at, Poker Guy? Let's do a where in the world is Poker Guy update. That's a long 30 minutes. 30 minutes What's interesting is for those of you who don't, we'll take a little science break here from our sports programming. For those of you that don't understand kind of the notions of special relativity, so there's two types of relativity, all right? General relativity, which occurs on kind of a very large scale, kind of a planetary bending of lights. If you understand that, then you got some gray matter up there. You got some neurons firing. You've been drinking your fucking Alpha Brain or eating it or taking pills. Whatever Joe Rogan is selling you at the beginning of his podcast, you're ordering it and it is working if you understand general relativity. Because it's I don't really get it. Special relativity is a lot more straightforward. And there's interesting little mnemonics, is that what they're called? Yeah, mnemonics to help remember the general principles of it. And one of them is that moving clocks move slower, something like that, right? What it basically means, and it's the notion that if you can travel at the speed of light, where poker guy goes up on a spaceship, right, and that spaceship is traveling at the speed of light. And he goes for what his clock reads to be 30 minutes. And he comes back to Earth. And I'm an old man sitting here fucking like a skeleton, like I'm One-Eyed Willie at the end of the Goonies, waiting for him to show up to a podcast. So what I'm wondering maybe is he driving so goddamn fast in his car right now to get home that he's reached that critical barrier where it feels like 30 minutes to him, but it's actually already been 40? I don't know. Maybe he is driving that fast. Probably not. Probably fucking not. So we're both on the cards. Don't worry, Coin. Can always count on you. Except for when I lose you. If I know if you're not here, that's on me. It has nothing to do with you. It's me letting you down, Coin. All right, Pats and Dolphins. This is the biggest spread of the week. Probably going to be the biggest spread of the year. I'd be absolutely shocked if there was anything that happened for the rest of the year. Even the second Pats game. That'd be the one that you would think maybe, right? Pats at home later in the year. That may be bigger than this. I don't know if the Dolphins play the Chiefs at all. But hold up. This very very awkward drinking break brought to you by an unnamed grape flavored energy drink. Oh damn, that's smooth. That's very smooth, and I feel energized. It's no Figaro applesauce, the official sponsor, the only official sponsor of the podcast. God bless you, Figaro. All right, where are we at? Back on this. What do I believe about the Patriots? I believe a man is innocent until proven guilty. That's all I'm going to say about that. And the Patriots. What I believe about the Dolphins. I think there's going to be a fight on the sideline this week. That was one of the big travesties of last year. It was with the way the firings happened so early in the year with the Browns staff. We really never got to see that highly anticipated Todd Haley versus Greg Williams fist fight. That was a low point of the NFL year to miss out on that. But there's a reasonable chance Minkah Fitzpatrick, he is requesting a trade. The Dolphins are requesting an inordinate amount of assets back for him to do that. That's always the best thing to do. I love that move. I absolutely love that move by teams. Like that's the new power move in the NFL, right? It's I don't like being in this relationship. Good, bitch. Go fucking find someone else to date your ass. You know? But you mine, and they got to give me something. What are you worth? Right? And then they go out and they find out I'm not really worth anything close to what I think I am. Like Melvin Gordon, that's obscene, right? He can come in week 6 and 8. He'll go out and he'll make, $25 million next year guaranteed. Okay, What'd you prove? What'd you actually get done? You haven't moved the needle on the market. You just lost a bunch of fucking money that you should have made. Get your ass out there. Carry the rock, man. But over under on the sideline fights this week for the Dolphins is going to be 0.5. I'm going to take the over on that. That's either fractured jaws or orbitals. Any one of those injuries occurs, over hits. And I don't know why. I can't. 19, that's a big burger to eat, man. That's a really big burger to have to eat before you can have dessert. But that's a Fuddruckers. Remember Fuddruckers? Are they still around? I swear I saw one within the past few years. But you walk by and they've got the cutouts of the burgers there. This is, a human-sized burger. This is, your Matt Stoney, and then this is your Joey Chestnut. This is your Joey Chestnut-sized burger. 19 is a Joey Chestnut-sized burger you got to eat before you can have dessert and hit your bet. But, the Pats are hungry, man. I'll take it. I'll take the 19. It's scary. And, oh, man, that's coins on the Dolphins. Coin. What do you know? What do you know, Coin? What did Jim tell you? What did he tell you? He's been at the owners' meeting. He runs his mouth. Chicago at Denver. Denver. You motherfuckers. I went on a big tilt. I don't even know if I got to that. I think I got sidetracked. I fucking tilted so damn hard on that Denver game. I was live betting it. I was fucking live betting it. And I bet, and what my last bet was fucking Denver plus 7.5. Fucking lost by 8. Lost by 8! What do I know about Chicago? I don't trust Mitch Trubisky. I don't fucking trust him one bit. What do I know about Denver? I don't trust Joe Flacco. And I hate him. I hate Joe Flacco. Why did that happen to Nick Foles and not to Joe Flacco? He needs to be not playing football, and Nick Foles needs to be playing football. I'm just saying. It's always the good ones. Bears, I'll take you. And a 2.5. I'll take you at fucking the Patriots spread. All right, Coin. Good. You're with me on that. You've got Flacco trauma too. Browns at the Jets. This is a Monday night game. Jets are 6.5-point dogs at home to the Browns. Over-under's 44. Sam Darnold, he's sick. He's been kissing too many ladies. He's been kissing way too many ladies. He's got the mono, which, by the way, mono is pretty legit. It can murder people. It's not, the kissing disease, I guess. It's how it gets in your body. But, if there was a hugging disease, let's say there was a hugging disease. How do you get this disease? Oh, you get it by hugging people. What does it do? It melts your dick off your body. Fuck. Right? That's a bad disease no matter how you get it. It's not like how you get it that makes a disease scary or not scary. Cancer, how do you get it? You live long enough for your body to mutate and kill itself. Fuck. Yeah. You didn't do anything to get that sometimes. Most of the time. Right? Sometimes it happens, whatever. I don't want to get into the fucking, how did cancer happen? I'm not qualified to do that. But you get the point. Doesn't matter how Sam Darnold got mono. He's going to come back. He's going to be skinny as shit. He's going to be throwing the ball like Eli Manning. And it's going to be a long recovery for him. He's not going to be right till probably, what is it, September? Mono kicks your ass for what, 2, 3, 4 weeks? And then he's got to get back into it. It's going to be 2 months before you can really look at Sam Darnold and say that guy's legit back to feeling good. Adam Gase may have murdered several people by then. What I believe about the Browns, let's get to that. What do we believe in? I believe that thing is going to blow up. I mean, I believe that Freddie Kitchens is overmatched. And I was listening to, I think it was Russillo's podcast. He had I think Andy Benoit from Sports Illustrated on there, who was saying that the Titans just confused the fuck out of Baker Mayfield's tiny brain. So be on the lookout for that going forward. Too much, Colin Cowherd, man, he's more covered in jizz than Joe Flacco after a fucking disappointing loss. He is just loving his life when it comes to Baker Mayfield looking like a turd. What do we know about the Jets? Well, Greg Williams, he's apparently trying to kill OBJ. We know that Greg Williams is an asshole, so we've known that for quite some time. OBJ, didn't need you to tell me that. What? Greg Williams is an asshole and he's trying to tell people to cheat? Up is down. Up is still up. Down is still down. Sun comes up tomorrow in the east, you said? Mm-hmm. We knew that. We knew that. I'm on the Browns, regardless. Coins on the Jets. Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I like the Browns here. I mean, 6.5, 1 touchdown. Who's even playing for the? Let's look this up here. Who's even the Jets quarterback at this point? This is an intense amount of research gets done here before mouths get run. All right, this is all right. What do you got to say about this, CBS? Oh, Trevor Siemian. Ooh, wow, that's not good. That's really not good. I like that. I like the Browns there. I don't know, Coin. I like them. Let's go ahead and move on. Cowboys at the Redskins. Cowboys, 5.5-point favorites on the road. Over-under is 46.5. What do I believe about the Cowboys? I believe Zach. His name's not Zach. His name's Dak. Dak Prescott. I think he's got a couple more pay-me games left in him. I don't know if this is one of them. The Redskins are not that bad on defense. I don't think they run around. I don't think they run through the Redskins defense the same way they run through the horrible James Betcher piloted Giants D. But they're just way better. Dak needs that Jared Goff money. He needs it. He wants it. And the Cowboys are just better than the Redskins are. They're more than a touchdown better than the Redskins. What I believe about the Redskins, that Case Keenum, he's our quarterback. How more times we got to do this? We got the lesser of the Grudens. We got Case Keenum, who's like a beta version of a beta version of a beta version of a good quarterback. And how many more times we got to do that? No. Darius Geis, he got hurt. And let me double check this, but I'm pretty damn sure we may be getting ready for another fucking CTE extravaganza with Adrian Peterson this year, right? I mean, I actually went to The Rock this summer, and Adrian Peterson, he had a tent there that he had set up. He swims back and forth across the bay holding a football. You wouldn't believe it, but I saw it with my own eyes. And, okay, here we go. Cowboys, Redskins. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. We'll let CBS Sports do our research for us. All right. Dun, dun, dun. What do they say about Darius Geis? What do they say? Oh, no Trent Williams. Trent Williams, he's still not going to be there. All right, well, we've dug as far as we could. We can't dig any further. Do we really care that much? Not me. I don't. Okay. I got the Cowboys. Coin's got the Redskins. Oh, man. Every time the Coin disagrees with me, I feel like I lost. I feel like it's over. That's the other thing I got to keep track of is like head-to-head disagreement. What's the record there? Like if we're losing, are we losing together? Or if when we have disagreement, every time the Coin and I disagree, is he right? I'm sorry, Coin, I didn't mean to gender you. But you look like a dude, Coin, because you're balls and dick. But just keep track of our head-to-head matchups. We'll see. We'll see. I'll get the analytics team on that, and we'll go from there. All right, peach. I could eat a peach for hours. These are games I could sit there all day and watch. Chiefs at the Raiders. Raiders are 7-point dogs at home. Over-under is 53.5. Mahomes, he's going to put up 40. Here's what I believe, Mahomes. They're going to put up 40. He's an over machine. And here's the other thing. What's the over-under? So the Chiefs are going to be playing the Raiders on a fucking baseball field because somehow in the year 2019, this is still acceptable. If you're in the city of Oakland and you're wondering why you're not going to have a fucking football team in 5 months or whenever it is, watch the game today because they're going to be playing on a baseball diamond, and it's a disgrace. It's horrific, but I love it, and I'm actually going to be a little bit sad when it goes away because you could always count on laughing at the Raiders the first 2 months of the year before they actually had grass in their goddamn stadium. Here's what I believe about the Raiders. The honeymoon's over. The little adrenaline rush from AB fucking them over. Guess what, ladies? Chiefs are coming into town. Train's coming down the tracks. Major League 2, baby. Fucking Parkman. Train's coming down the tracks. You don't want to get run over. You best move out the way. And Raiders don't have a choice. They're going to get run the hell over. Chiefs, I'll take the Chiefs given the 7. Bold coin. Very bold. I think you're coming back to earth this week. Coins on the Raiders. Eagles at the Falcons. Falcons 2-point dogs at home. Over under 52.5. Oh yeah, poker guy. Nah. We're like a good 40 minutes into this, and he ain't gonna be here. It ain't happening. I knew this son of a bitch would do this. It's classic. This is why, right? This is why you don't count on people to do stuff. Because you say, oh, yeah? Yeah, oh, I didn't know you were going to hit yet another wormhole. Well, yeah, I did. Because apparently I-95 or whatever shitty interstate is surrounded by retention ponds that runs through the fucking crap state of Florida. Is full of wormholes. Eagles at the Falcons. Falcons 2-point favorites at home. Over under 52.5. Here's the thing about the Eagles. They got a strong roster. A very strong roster. I worry about the leadership. I just worry. They're missing the strong Christian leadership of Nicholas Foles. That's going to be felt in the locker room. I think eventually, Wentz will get better each game. And yeah, unfortunately, I had a rather bold prediction last week that may already be in the dirt. The Eagles are probably going to end up leaving that Foles statue up because I don't know if the Jags are going to be putting a whooping on them in the Super Bowl this year. What do I believe about the Falcons? That they're just going to continue to screw me over no matter how I feel about them at any point in time. If I'm on them, they'll lay a dud. If I'm off them, they'll do something to lure me back in. That's our relationship. It's fire and ice, baby. It's hot and it's cold. It's yes and it's no, man. And I don't know how much longer I can take it. I don't know how much longer fucking, who's that old, Arthur Blank. I don't know how much longer Arthur Blank's going to take Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff. This could be. If it hadn't have been for that huge victory in the Major League Soccer Cup, they'd probably already be gone by now. But the city of Atlanta, the city of champions, is still riding high off of that. That's bought them a little bit of breathing room. That breathing room's getting sucked up today. Eagles, I'm on you. On the road, -2. Coins on the Falcons. Coin. Oof. It's going to be a very good or a very bad week. What are you doing? Man? Seahawks and Steelers. Steelers, 3.5-point favorites at home. Over under is 47. 3.5. So Vegas says Steelers are a half point better than the Seahawks. They got whipped 33-3 last week. But it's the Patriots, so you got to kind of throw that out. What do I believe about the Seahawks? The Seahawks are actually, it's hard because they've got a bit of an NFL monopoly in the Pacific Northwest. The only team in the state of Washington, obviously. There's no pro football team in Oregon. You go a little bit south, you got the Northern California teams, so you go good. But all Oregon and Washington, Idaho, that little pocket right there, in northern Idaho, Montana, you get a little draw from Denver and the southern. They got a little regional, monopoly on football. And I think that's hidden the fact that they're basically the Titans West. And they're boring. It's boring football. I can eat peach for hours because I'm Mike Tomlin. I can never get enough of Mike Tomlin letting the Steelers fans down. And that could very well happen today. The Steelers, if they get out of this thing with the win, they're in good shape. They're in super good shape. What I believe about the Steelers, that they're good. They're good against non-Patriot teams. I had no feel for this because the only time I've seen the Steelers is getting their ass whipped by the Patriots. And that happens all the time, like even when they're like 12-4. So they may just go on a tear here. They may be really good. At linebacker, Devin Bush, he may be good. It's not his fault that he can't guard James White, who's been in 5 Super Bowls and been a Super Bowl MVP. His first NFL game. It's not necessarily his fault that Bill Belichick's picking on him. They could be good. I don't think who's a coordinator in Seattle. I think it's an idiot. It's always an idiot. I don't know who it is, but their offensive coordinator, whoever you are, you're probably an idiot because Pete Carroll only hires idiots to run his offense. But still, I believe in you. I'm taking the Seahawks plus 3.5. I think this is a close game. I think a field goal wins it. All right, Seahawks. All right, Coin. We're finally getting back in a groove here. Jags and Titans. Jags. 8.5-point dogs on the road. Over under is 43.5. What I believe about the Jags. Now, this is like. Hold up. Another break. I'm gonna announce them so it doesn't keep you, doesn't throw you off guard. Here's the deal. I'm a member of a minority community. This Gardner Minshew guy. If this fucking guy were on any other team, I would love this guy. I would love him as much as everybody else loves him. What's not to love about this dude? He's like Ken Stabler, but it's 2019. There's only one thing. Nick's my guy, bro. Nick's my guy. So I am very quiet. Here's what I am with Gardner Minshew. I'm the guy with the heavy bet on the no pass line at the fucking craps table. I'm just standing there really quietly, very quietly, hoping that things don't go as well for everybody else as they want them to. I'm hoping his limitations that were seen before the draft exert themselves more, and we don't have another Tom Brady story on our hands. I do not want Nick Foles to be the new Drew Bledsoe. I can't take that. I can't take it. I mean, he got his money. He's got money. He's got a Super Bowl MVP, but come the fuck on, man. Let's not do this. Come on, Nick. If you're Nick, what are you praying for, right? I guess he just prays for a healthy recovery. He probably doesn't pray for pick sixes for Gardner. I don't know. But what I believe about the Texans, and this is where, if, I had a former co-host of the show on here, this would be a good spot for him to chime in. Because here's what I think. Same again, this life finds a way rule. Bill O'Brien is going to find a way to fuck it up. He just does. I didn't see it. I can see clearly now that Bill O'Brien sucks. He sucks. I didn't see it that clearly. but now I do. What I really did was I still give him the credit for it, but I gave him too much carryover credit for dealing with the fucking nightmare situation in Penn State. And I always liked him, and I still like him. One of the reasons that I like Bill O'Brien is he was basically like, fuck all you people at Penn State. Right? And I kind of feel that way. You know, all these people trying to defend monsters, trying to defend just savages of human beings, and he wasn't putting up with it. He wasn't having it. I'm glad he got out of there. I think he's in over his head as an NFL head coach. And, you know, get a nice job, nice cushy job as a coordinator somewhere, and you'll settle in real nice, Bill. You're definitely not a coach GM. we know that now. But 8.5, that's a mid-sized burger. I don't think that the Texans can eat that and still have room for dessert. Coin does. I'm on the Jags, and Coin's on the Texans. Here we go. The best 2 games of the week. That's cool. It's cool. I'll sleep on the couch. I don't care. Just let me watch the damn game. I'll be out soon. All right. Grace! I'll be out soon. Let's go. Saints at Rams. Oh, the revenge game, but not really. All right, what do I believe about the Saints? They want revenge. All right, no, wait. Rams 2-point favorites. Over-under is 52. What do I believe about the Rams? They don't give a fuck. They're there to play a football game. Here's what we got. The Rams basically dumped the Saints. The Saints are out making voodoo dolls, sticking little pins in the Rams' balls. Take that, Rams. Meanwhile, the Rams are at the club just banging thoughts while listening to Ed Sheeran, Shape of You. Because it's like, that's what she put on. You know, you're not into that. But, like, it's cool. You're definitely not thinking about the Saints. So it's like, it'd be way sweeter. Like, hey, babe, could we put like some 311 Amber on? Or like maybe a little Genuine? You know, something. But it's cool. You can fuck Ed Sheeran. That's what the Rams are doing. They're not giving a shit about whatever the Saints have been obsessed over for the last 8 months. And I think because of that, they come in this cleaner. They get out of it with the dub, and they cover the -2. Coin, where are you at? Coin disagrees. God damn, Coin. Killing me. All right. My game of the week. Vikings at the Packers. Packers 3-point favorites at home. Over-under is 44. Vegas tells me these teams are even. Because here's the thing about Saints at Rams. That's why it's not my game of the week. I know both those teams are good, regardless of what happens. The Rams are going to win their division. I don't think the Seahawks are good enough to beat them. The Niners and Cardinals are trash. So whatever, if the Rams lose, fuck, who cares? All right, is it a seeding issue at the end of the year? Yeah, that's how it plays into things. The Saints lose. Panthers are dog shit. Bucks, dog shit. Falcons, ask me, right now, dog shit. Ask me 5 minutes. Love them. Matt Ryan, bro. Julio. Julio! And I was like, Julio! It's true, man. It's true, he was. But either way, both those teams, I think they're playoff teams, regardless of the outcome here. But there's only going to be so many playoff spots in the NFC. And that NFC North is a nasty division. And whoever, are we off the Lions yet? I think we could probably be off of them after this week if they lose. But Vikings, Packers, Bears. Who's thinking that the Lions have 3 wins in there or 4 wins in there? You got to be 4-2, 3-3 in your division to make the playoffs. Who's putting that on the board? Not me. Vikings and Packers, though. Here's what I believe about the Vikings. This is good scheduling for them. They got to be happy that Kirk Cousins is rolling in to Green Bay early in September, mid-September. Ides of September. That's a game he can win. He can't go in there in December with playoff implications staring him right in the face, snow flurries, a Packers defense with another 10 games under its belt, and win that game. Can't happen. But this could happen. What I believe about the home team, what I believe about the Packers here. I believe Packers fans are lame, but they love cheese. So I have mixed emotions. I don't like lame people, but I can respect the love of cheese. That's what I believe. And that leaves me kind of in a tough spot for how I feel about Packer fans. So in a way, I'm kind of like Matt LaFleur, where he's like, man, I love Aaron Rodgers. He's like really good at throwing a football, but he's a fucking prick. It's just like I'm torn here. I don't know how to feel about this guy. And at the end of the day, what do I really believe in? I believe in Dalvin Cook because I'm in. That guy, he's fast. He's fast. He's strong. I think he's going to be kryptonite. I think it's going to be the basis for everything that the Vikings do. We got Kubiak and Dalvin Cook. And I think that that's going to protect Cousins. And I like the Vikings here getting 3 points. All right, what do we got? Away team? We got the away team. Oh, we got the Vikings too. All right, that's a double Vikings pick. That's stone cold. That's a crowbar right to your noggin. All right. I got one last thing to talk about, and we'll get out of here. I got maybe probably two last things to talk about here. I'm gonna fucking shit on this poker guy asshole for just a minute. At the very end. But so I'm not big into karma, butterflies flapping its wing, chaos theory stuff. I worry about that, right? I mean, I do worry about that. Like when you're getting in your car, and you forget your keys. You get this ominous feeling. You're like, wait a minute, what if something crazy happens on the road? I want to be lying there in my hospital bed thinking, oh, fuck, man. I only got hit by that, car because I fucking forgot my keys. It's fucked me over, right? I do have those thoughts, like I think most people do. Of like, man, I hope this weird sort of closing doors moment doesn't manifest itself in something terrible in my life. But I did have a drill instructor when I was in boot camp back in the day, man. When I was in boot camp, his name was Staff Sergeant Torres, 2034, raw. And when he was fucking us up, he always had a very specific saying two very specific sayings that he liked to reinforce as lessons in our life. So the moments in your time where people, there's nothing going on here that it's a general sentiment that is revolutionary. But his two main points were that pain retains. So he would only make these particular points while he was doing something physically. Imagine, holding out a large box like a Foot Locker in front of you. You're struggling to hold it at shoulder level. Everyone's just dropping them up and down, and everyone's just, part of that is you try to put a little Hollywood into it so you can save a little energy. You pretend you're doing a little bit more work than you actually are, but you're getting tortured. It ends at a certain point, so you're able to pace it out. You're in a rhythm, but he would always say that pain retains, and maybe that's why I remembered this. Yeah, I give him credit for that, right? Because he was passing along these messages while giving us pain. And here's the retention. God, what is this, 15 years later? So kudos to you, sir. And the other part of it was that you get what you get when you do what you do. All right? There's a couple ways to look at this. One of them is from a third-party perspective of saying, oh, look at this person. They're getting their righteous justice. Ah ha ha, look at them. There's something terrible's happening in their life and they deserve it because they've done X, Y, and Z. Right? That's true. It's very satisfying. I'm a big fan of that, just like everybody else is. But it's more meant as like a tool for introspection of like, holy shit, look at my life's circumstances. This is because of me. This is a sum of my actions that has created this circumstance that I find myself in. Right? And I'm really what it is I'm getting what I'm getting because I've been doing what I've been doing. And there's a little bit of karma in that. So, I think about kind of karma. I kind of do good things for people. And, maybe good things will happen to you. Right? So, a couple good things I did. Well, this is just a random good thing I did. I don't think this is necessarily a good thing, but it's not the scumbag thing. So, I'm going to count it. It's going in full credit. I'm not even doing half credit. Full credit. And the good thing, I was at Walmart with my people. Shout out to anybody that goes to Walmart. We're truly brothers in the bond of Walmart. And I was going through one of those kiosks, self-checkout kiosks. I go up there, I walk up to the thing, and the thing's beeping at me. It says, change is dispensed in the lower left portion. Lower left of the machine. I look down, there's a fucking 20 bone sitting right there. I'm like, oh yeah, Andrew Jackson, you coming with me. No, I didn't do that. I took the $20 bill, and I went to, how there's always that one little jockey with the apron on, who's helping 9 people that can't find how to find a fucking pear. Excuse me, sir, how do I find the pears on here? It's under P for pear. Yeah, that one. See how a picture looks like that? And you just hit that, and then you just put your pears on there. I'll tell you how much to pay for them. It's not that complicated, but I'll be back when you get to these apples. Because fucking A, there's like 9 different kinds of apples, and we're going to, you know what? Move out of the way, buddy. Let me just get these apples rung up. But anyhow, I find that person, and I give them the $20. So I hope, whoever you are, random Walmart brother or sister, I'm looking out for you. And the other people I look out for is, I think it's because you get soft in your old age, or maybe like, I don't know, you just not, I guess you're not like just fucking dead broke like a lot of people are. I'm not a rich man, Jenny, but I'm not like fucking, I'm not checking my bank account every time I go to the store to see if my debit card's going to go through. And I've fucking been there just like everybody else. Like, I've been to a Sonic and had my debit card declined and been grateful I had cash in my wallet because I didn't know that was going to go through this month, right? And it fucks you over. I've been there. But, work hard, chase your dreams, and then one day you too will have 1 month's worth of security in a savings account. Or whatever, you too will have a 401k one day, right? It's the American dream to one day buy a baby boomer's house at an inflated price that you can work until you're 90 and then have seized when your medical bills become too overwhelming and then you die in a gutter, right? It's the American dream. But anyhow, got a couple extra dollar bills in your pocket. And my wife, God bless her, she's a kind person. And she's got a goodness in her heart that doesn't really it's not in mine. Like, it's just not in there to the degree. Goodness of the heart is a spectrum disorder, right? And she's got it bad. So she's very sympathetic. Like, for instance, just this week, I had to dodge getting a 3-legged dog, right? So I'm at work, I get this text. Let's see, let me pull this up here. What's this fucking dog's name? There's this text to this, Portland Humane Society or Oregon Humane Society. And it's like, Here it is. Hiccup. So Hiccup is a 3-legged dog, and it's like, I just get this picture of it, and I get a phone call. I'm like, a dangerous phone call. Phone calls I've gotten before, which I was able to joust off. I was able to avoid getting another fucking dog. Inshallah, like, oh man, that was that was a close one too, because this is a cute dog. This is a really, really cute dog, man. Oh man. But hey, I wonder if and come to think of it, Hiccup, I wonder if, let me check the website. Like, no, can't do that. No getting dogs. But so she's doing that, and famously, once at a rest stop, we pull in to a rest stop, and there's a person there, a beggar with a sign, and it's a person. This is a road that I've traveled many times. I've seen this person there, and they've always doubted the legitimacy of their sign. And I get out of the car. I go take a piss. I come back, and like something's off. The car, she's been in and out of the car. I can tell. Like, I don't know how, but I was like, he's like, did you leave the car? Like, did you go to the bathroom? She's like, I was like, yeah. I was like, did you go to the bathroom? She's like, I was like, no. I was like, what'd you do? She's like, I went and gave that person some money. Okay. So where'd you get the money? She's like, your wallet. Okay. And then I start to panic. I didn't have any dollar bills in my wallet. I'm like, how much money did you give them? She said, 5. Fuck. All right. Fuck. Because this dude is a swindler, man. Like, he's got this son who's had cancer thing. And, like, I've seen him there for, like, a year. I was like, dude, your son doesn't still have cancer, man. Like, he's either healed or he's dead by now. Change your sign, at least. Like, fuck. Right? But, that's sort of, you live with a monster long enough, like, it will, like, bleed into your life, right? It'll infect you. But if you live with, like, a fucking, like, teddy bear long enough, it does the same thing, right? Like, the softness and the soft-heartedness, like, bleeds into your life more and more. So I go and I'm driving home last night, and I stop at a rest stop because I've had one too many grape-flavored energy drink on my ride home. It's a 3-hour ride home. Sometimes I can make it, sometimes I can't. I couldn't do it this time. I failed you. Bladder. Bladder, you failed me. But anyhow, I get out, and I see this girl there, and she's sitting on the curb, and she's got this sign, and she's just like this downtrodden-looking young person, and like, not in that weird, like, fucking hipster doofus fucking way like a lot of these weird asshole Portland homeless people are. This is somebody who's having a bad damn life. Like that for me is really what it comes down to. Is like, I don't care what your situation is, man. Like, if you're out here swindling, if that's how you make your living, is just like sitting out in the goddamn rain at rest stops, that's a tough way to grind it out day after day. Whether, I guess, ultimately, whether your kid has cancer or not. The thing that offends me about that is just the bullshit. Like, just, be like, yo, dog, I need some cash. But anyhow, I see this girl, and I gave her just $1. I'm not Warren Buffett here, right? I just go use the restroom. It's kind of like the rest stop version of when you're in the strip club and you got to pay every time you go to the bathroom. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been to a strip club for probably a decade, but I remember back in the day, all of them had bathroom guys. So every time you fucking went in there, you had to like tip the bathroom guy. Like, and I remember thinking that'd be a pretty sweet gig, but then you literally just sit in a room full of piss and shit, man. I mean, you're sitting in a room full of piss and shit. Like, it's not a good gig. There's a reason they rotate people in and out of there over the night. But what I'm getting to here is I come back and I'm hanging out with Mrs. Fever, and we're, just unwinding from a long day. I returned home, and I tell her about this girl. I say, hey, I saw this girl at the rest stop, and I gave her some money, and she says, "Oh my God, what was wrong with her?" And I said, her rabbit had pancreatic cancer. And she goes, "Oh my God, that's terrible." And I'm like, I just sit there. And sometimes, sometimes when you slam dunk on a 4-year-old on one of those little plastic hoops, and you're just out there and you're just walking around dunking on their ass, at a certain point in time, it gets old. And I was like, she didn't have a rabbit, all right? She didn't have a rabbit, and the rabbit didn't have pancreatic cancer, all right? You can't fall for that stuff. I was like, you can't fall for that. Like, you can't be falling for people's brothers having, because that's basically what that was the whole thing. That's the point of it, is like, not everybody with the sign has cancer, right? So don't believe that. Her rabbit did not have pancreatic cancer. I bet if I would have let her go, she'd be like, "What was the staging?" That's what's really important at the end of the day. But that's it. That's. Oh, I guess we'll end with shit. Oh shit. We got a poker guy text. Oh, 10 minutes shit. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll see here. I'm gonna wrap this up. I did it. I did everything I needed to do. And we'll see what he's got to say. If he's got the fucking... He says... All right, so at 10:43, that was... All right, well, let's just see. 10:43, he said it was 10 minutes. That was 8 minutes ago. Let's see here. This is suspense right here. This is... Okay. I might get him live on speakerphone if necessary. I'll do it if necessary. But if not, we'll see. We'll see, poker guy. We will fucking see. Even if we don't see him, we'll see you all on Sunday night. I'll be going over these games and really probably doing it with one of those little whip things that guy from Da Vinci Code has. Because this is going to be another ugly one. Yeah, but we're going to have fun doing it. We'll see you on Sunday.
Let's get it.
Oh, whoa! I can't believe you showed up. I was talking some mad shit about you.
I knew you were. You know what's funny is I'm driving, I'm like raging, I'm like, he better not be talking shit about that picture I sent him about that wave that I caught. That motherfucker! That's why I'm on this pod.
I didn't talk any shit about that yet, but I probably should. That was like...
You did last pod. You did last pod.
I definitely did last pod. I mean, that was not like a take Bodie out sort of wave. I mean, it was like a wavette. You know?
Wavette is derogatory towards
and your
women.
little knife hand, like ninja pose with the...
Well, it's hard to explain to like some fucking peon like you, but like the technique that it takes to get in that little hole, not touch the wall, and so you're in there. There's no water bubbles. It's just you and just shredding. You know, you're in this tube. I'm very proud of that wave. So you, sir, can suck it.
Eventually though, doesn't it just collapse on you?
Yeah, so those, because I don't know if you, one of them I'm like really deep in, the one I sent you and puppies, I'm like super deep in one of them. And in that one, there's no exit. One of them, I think the first one I sent you, I got out of that one. Which is I feel
like what do you do when that thing comes on top of you? You just ball up and take it?
Yeah, you possum them up, you know, you curl up in a little ball and
just go fetal.
Yeah, just go fetal. Like exactly, you go fetal and
kind of protect your head so you don't get knocked out.
Well, you also want to protect. Like I've had my board, my fin, like jam me in the lip and pop my lip, and that hurt like a bitch. So what I do is I kind of get into the position that you've seen like on World Star Hip Hop when somebody's getting their ass kicked, where you
Okay.
just kind of curl up in a ball and try not to get hit in the forehead and the eyes and the ears and the mouth, no teeth. And so if you get a fin or the point of your nose in like your neck or in your gut, like that's not a kill wound. You know, you can walk that shit off. But if you
Yeah.
get one like in your eyeball, that ain't gonna feel good. You know, that's not
Yeah,
gonna feel good. You're gonna lose your eyeball. Which
are there any so like there's really no safety gear that you wear, right? Like you just wear a
No.
wetsuit.
You're
And
only
that's
going to
pretty-
see safety gear in two scenarios. With some people are riding like mega huge waves.
yeah.
You'll
Like
see
ultra
people.
extreme waves.
Yeah, you'll see people wear life jackets, which is kind of like it's a two-edged sword because you're not going to drown, but it's not going to let you go deep. And the deeper you go, the less bullshit you have to deal with. So a lot of times these guys, they're vested, you know, they got the life vest on, but
Mhm.
they're like in the whitewater on like a 60-foot wave, just getting kind of washing machined out. They'll come
Yeah.
up like dying. So a lot of guys are kind of in the middle. The second time you'll see people wear safety gears, that they're gonna wear helmets. So if it's like really shallow, you don't break your head on the reef. Usually you'll see that in really fast, like famous waves like Pipeline and
Yeah, because if I were gonna like shred any serious gnar, like I would want like one of those kicker face masks on, so I didn't smash my
like a
face
lacrosse
up.
mask, like a lacrosse mask.
Yeah, well, no, I mean just like a single bar, man, just to like I don't need total protection, but just to where my face isn't going to the steering wheel, essentially.
You're essentially the best idea would probably be like a fencing mask where it's like they're like you have to penetrate that outer layer. That's probably the ideal solution is a fencing mask hybrid like hockey top piece. Maybe a hockey mask I'd say. But
Yeah, but it'd have to
yeah.
be you'd have to have some very unique kind of coatings because a lot of these fucking football helmets
Yeah.
is just like you
Yeah.
can't. They're not made for water. Like they're
No,
gonna take on
yeah.
water.
It's
But
there's a kind of a medium because when you're out there there's so much going on. It's like you can't put stuff on your body. Like you can't because you have
it's
to
like Antonio
be,
Brown. You got to see those DBs coming.
you got to see him coming. You know, you cracker. You got to see him.
Cracker.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, let's
sweet.
change the subject here. Let's stop talking about the NAR. I got to say that your solo pod, the last one was really funny. That was a good
Thank
one.
you.
Very
Yeah, it was.
enjoyable. I
I
listened to
don't
that one
always
twice.
have. I don't always have someone there to do it with me, so you gotta get good on your own.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Very subtle, but you know it was good. I liked it because you were in your element. You were doing sports, and you didn't have me running my stupid mouth. Like it was sports. It's kind of like Howard Stern with like the black chick. Like you're Howard Stern, I'm the black chick, like giggling.
You're
and,
Robin.
like,
I think your name's Robin.
yeah, I don't know, but I'm
Puppies
like
is like Artie Lang. He's just got a fucked up nose and he's semi-conscious all the time.
I saw that. I saw that.
Like-
That's weird.
It's
Saw
crazy. I mean, so you need to get a GoFundMe to fix that dude's nose. Like
Well,
I know
it's-
he's got
it's
some
over.
money.
It's over. Like you can't fix it anymore. Like it is what it is now. Like
yeah.
the way that it is now, it's over. Like it just.
I
Can't,
mean, but
can't be
like
fixed.
seriously though, can't they grow like a new nose in the back of a mouse and then cut it off of there and then glue it on?
So if you look at somebody's profile and you see like the Roman nose, like the classic Roman nose, like that part where it's kind of chubby, like that, like kind of like that edge where it's kind of like teardrops down, that is all missing. That's no longer there. So it's like you can't modify that because a lot of times they just kind of like cheese grate it. They kind of like pull your skin back and cheese grate it down with some 80 grit, maybe polish it out with some 200 and then glue it back on. But now it's like there's nothing to sand. It's just like skin. Like
Well,
all
but
of
the
that's
thing
gone.
is like I saw this thing on the internet where they had this girl that was a burn victim and she looked like a fucking Urukai warrior, and then after a series of surgeries, she looked like a human being again.
Well, I'm not saying that it's impossible. If
Like-
really the easiest way to do it for Artie would be to call James Cameron, see who did the makeup for Avatar, and have them just kind of, put a prosthetic silicone nose every morning, just glue it on, spend an extra 30 minutes on makeup and wardrobe, and just make it look normal. That's what I would do if I was him. But I mean, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what happened to the dude. I guess he was into coke. Is that what it was?
That's what it was. He coked it into oblivion.
I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't know you could coke your nose out so much that you melt the inside.
It's because you don't do enough coke, apparently.
Just don't do coke.
That's like it's more of a
never done it.
condemnation on you than it is on Artie.
Never
Right.
done it. I guess I'm not as cool as Artie, you know. But
Yeah.
I did see that on my Twitter that I think Joey Diaz, the one and only, he retweeted like, "Hey man, good job." Because I guess Artie's been a lot prison, rehab like 20 times. So like, he's got a crazy story. I got to YouTube that 30 for 30 later.
Oh, did you see the Rodman 30 for 30?
No,
It's pretty sick.
I'm a Dennis Rodman fan. I like him. Dennis
He's
Rodman.
he's a lonely man. He's a lonely man.
Well, he dressed up like he wore a wedding dress. You know?
Yeah, he fucking banged Madonna though. Say what you will about Dennis Rodman. Anyone else here bang Madonna in her prime? Anyone? Any other hands in the air?
I think
No?
Kelly Slater did. Professional surfer Kelly Slater did.
Yeah, that's good. Good for Kelly Slater.
Yeah, allegedly. back when he was
allegedly.
Johnny Blaze on Baywatch. Back when he had his hair. So what you did? So bring me up to speed, man. What have you done today? You've done.
I did everything, man. You took forever.
I made it. You texted
did, though.
me. You texted me super late, but I was like, it's my duty to defend my GoPro shots. I have to get on there and defend.
Yeah, the only reason you came on, you're like, dude, I know this guy's fucking shitting on my surfing again. I'm not gonna have it. I'm not gonna have that anymore.
100%. So I gotta defend myself. Let the 3 people in Bangladesh who listen to our podcast know that PG is doing it big. You know, he's doing it big.
He's not gonna. These descriptions are not accurate. He's not accurately describing the gnar that I'm shredding.
I will not stand for this, man. What is it?
All right.
Stupid basket quote.
I will not. This aggression, man. This aggression will not stand.
This aggression will not stand.
Yeah. All right. So let me go. I'll go back through. We'll go back through some of the high points. All right. Did you watch that game last night at all?
Which one? Tampa Bay.
Tampa, Carolina. The only one. That
I
was
watched
on?
the highlights. I watched the highlights.
Okay. Be glad you didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. I didn't. My TiVo fucked up, and I didn't watch anything till the last 5 minutes.
Okay.
Let me give you my notes. Jameis, he saw the eye doctor at some point this week. No interceptions. Saw them all, bro.
Amazing.
Saw them all.
Amazing.
Bruce Arians had a normal hat on. Was not looking like an asshole.
Weird.
And
like what kind? What do you mean a normal hat? Like a beret with like?
No, he had like a baseball hat on.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I like the French guy.
It looked good.
Really?
He needs to take that other hat and burn it and never wear it again. And then I think it was just so the Bucks won 2014.
Saw that.
And then do you see Cam's outfit afterward?
I saw what you texted me.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you saw the picture. It was sick,
Yeah.
right? Like,
was that his hair
It's
or
so
those
good.
like antennas that are coming off his forehead? What are those things? Is that hair? It
Yeah.
can't be hair. It can't be hair.
it is.
Dude, he's got the same hairstyle my dog has. Like my dog has that hairstyle, bro. So
it's
weird.
like run a comb through it, man.
Those look like antennas, bro. From a buck, dude. This no joke looks like my dog.
Yeah, it's
Except without the kerchief. Without the kerchief, you know.
the kerchief is a good look though. I wonder if he owns a scarf company. That was my postulation. It's like,
A
does
lot
he
of
own
these
scarf
guys
company?
probably invest. They probably have some type of investment or marketing thing where it's like, hey, you're gonna wear our stupid looking scarf. We're gonna give you 20 grand. You know.
Cam
Okay,
scarves.
no problem.
So
Did
I
you,
was sick.
Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
was 6-9 last week. Coin was 9-6. Good week for the coin. And that's it.
Very
for the
good
year.
coin. Very good
Shit
coin.
on Joe Flacco because I hate him.
Can we back up for 1 second? Let me ask you a question about this Carolina game yesterday. I was with the highlights. Like, it looks like both teams are terrible.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Okay,
really
just
bad.
confirming. I couldn't tell if one was good, one was bad, and then I just came to the like when you have games where everybody's sacking everybody. That's usually a bad indicator of like the O line. And from what I seen, everybody was getting sacks last night. Everybody was getting their nuts stomped. So, not a good look for either teams. Pretty terrible.
Super terrible. And
Cam looks
Ron
washed
Rivera
out.
yeah, Ron Rivera could get fired, and Cam could get like see you latered. That's the hot takes that are coming out right now.
Who's
But I don't
coming?
know
Who's leaving first? The coach or Cam? I would
Oh,
say
the
the
coach.
coach.
The coach, for sure. Like, because it's going to happen. They're going to be like, all right, we got to get rid of this coach. And then we're going to get an offensive guy who's going to fix Cam. That's a move, right? That's what they
Yeah.
do. That's what everybody does. You throw in your 2 cents on on this game. I'm going to give you the game. You give me a rapid reaction to it. And anything you think
Games
is
that
interesting
passed
about
or
it.
games that are
games that
on
are
their-
games that are coming up here.
Okay.
All right. We got the Colts at the Titans.
I'm not interested in either of those teams. Last year, those are snoozy for me. I mean, what are we going to talk about? Mike Vrabel versus the ghost
So
of
these are
Andrew Luck?
these are all the make the Brits watch it. So
Yeah, make the
these are-
Brits
this
watch
is-
it. That's
this
a good
is-
one.
These
I
are
enjoyed
make
that.
the Brits watch it.
Yeah, send that
Chargers
shit
at
to
Lions.
London. I would
Chargers at
probably make that the 3:00 game. The 3:00 game in Wembley. That's a 3:00.
That's just funny. You and I, we're such ignorant Americans. That's the same damn thing that I did, and the only reference that I know about London.
Wembley.
And I was basically like, oh, they're playing this in Wembley Stadium. Fuck off. You know, that's like-
Are you serious? Oh, fuck you, mate. Fuck you.
yeah.
Fuck you.
You, mate.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you.
I
Fuck
was
you.
weird. What did that Shaheem guy always say? We're slamming or we're
No, we had this dude that we played
God, I
PlayStation
miss
with
you,
one
Shaheem.
time. But that was like a good 3 hours that I'll never get back. We
Shaheem!
played this game. It was kind of like a Call of Duty mix, and it was me, Bobby, and this random I want to say he was 16, 17.
No, he was like 18. He was like a British Muslim.
British
Dang.
Muslim who knew how to rap freestyle. He's like,
Yeah.
you got bars, mate. I'm like, what? Knew how to spit bars, mate. You spit bars. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy saying to me? And he would just rap, but he was cool, and I had a good time with him. But he's probably dead by now.
He's probably dead.
He's probably dead.
He
He
got
probably
caught up in
stabbed
some shit.
somebody. He probably got caught
Yeah,
up.
probably a murder, suicide.
What was
double
crazy?
murder.
Remember, he was like, what did he say to us? He was like, "Oh yeah, my boy, like Muhammad. Yeah, what happened to Muhammad? Oh, he stabbed my mate. He
Yeah.
stabbed my mate. What? Oh yeah, the teacher, he took his phone and he stabbed him, mate. He
Yeah.
stabbed him. Can you believe this, mate? Oh, fuck you, mate. Like he was just,
Oh, we were smashing, mates. We were smashing. That's what it was. He was smashing. So I
You got a bed. Oh,
We've
fuck
got the Bills.
you.
We've got the Bills and the Giants.
Fuck you, mate.
Bills-
Bills, Giants.
Bills Giants.
Well, we can't send that to England, obviously, because you got Giants fans still exist. I'm guessing Eli Manning is still top 3 noodle watcher, and then
He's on the top. I mean, that is a strong noodle arm legacy with the Mannings.
is
Like,
Peterman
I mean,
is Peterman the Bills quarterback still?
no, Peterman was on Hard Knocks. He's on injured reserve right now, but he's with the Raiders.
Then I have no interest in that game. Then next,
Yeah. Next, Niners and Bengals.
I hate the Bengals. Where is it at? Is it in Cincinnati?
Yeah, it's in Cincy. Marvin Lewis is no longer the coach of the Bengals, just so you know.
I remember.
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in Andy Dalton throwing more interceptions. I know you are kind of interested in the Garoppolo story. I'm not. I don't give a fuck about either of those teams. Next.
All right, so this group are snacks provided. All right, if you got snacks, you got these games on the TV, I'm coming over.
Okay.
Cardinals or Ravens?
I like Lamar
Kyler
Jackson.
Murray.
I like Lamar Jackson.
Like
That's all I
Lamar
gotta say.
Jackson? Do you think
I like
it's
Lamar
real?
Jackson.
Or you think
It's not that it's real, but I like when offenses. I like when you have like the first 4 weeks of a season where it's like, how do we stop this guy? And then by like the 5th week, they figure it out. So those first 4 weeks are really fun to watch. So Lamar Jackson, I'm watching you, buddy, because in 5 weeks it's over. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Pats at Dolphins.
Dolphins garbage. Pats easy dub. Next.
Denver hosting the Bears.
I like the dialogue right now at Mitch Trubisky going backwards. I enjoy that. I really actually enjoy that a lot. I'm actually predicting a shaky start for Trubisky, but you can't underestimate how terrible Joe Flacco can be.
I
So-
did underestimate that.
You did. I
was
saw that.
I was even live betting that game. So I went off the fucking rails this weekend because I was losing it. I went on tilt.
That was a bad game.
And then I went like really heavy on the Broncos before the game started, and they went down.
Yeah, I saw.
They went from being favorites to being fucking
Getting their
And then-
asses kicked.
Yeah, and then I ended up in my last bet I placed was a live bet on them at plus 7.5.
Oh
And
god.
they fucking lost by 8. And like I was just I'm so fucking pissed. Like I just chased it. Like I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
You
And I
can't bet
just
on those
kept going.
games, dude. You can't bet on those games. It's like
I'm never doing it again. I'm never
can't
betting
bet
on
on them.
any game where Joe Flacco. It's like the Ryan Mallett back in the day, or
it's
all these
like
shitbags where you're like, I just can't bet on that quarterback, and he's in that category now, and I was so fucking too stupid to realize it.
those weird market teams where it's like Las Vegas Raiders are coming up, so they're like trying to like develop a storyline. So it's like if you notice, like the Raiders get way more coverage than they deserve. So like they kind of win games that they're not supposed to win. The Raiders were not supposed to win that game. They weren't, but they somehow did. I couldn't tell if it was the referee switching it up a bit or just the Denver Broncos just shit their pants. But either way, I enjoyed the fact that you lost that bet and you lost a series of bets. That was pretty sick. Next.
Browns and Jets Monday night.
Not interested. I guess other than watching the Browns shit their pants on Monday Night Football, I guess that's really the only thing
I
I'm
wouldn't let
interested in.
Freddie Kitchens fix my fucking carburetor, like let alone run my NFL team. Like,
No, I just I like how everybody's like they're all in. They got they're all in. They got Odell. They got this. They got. It's like everybody was all in last year, and then
Yeah.
the year before that they were all in, and then the year before that they weren't all in, but they still had a parade. Like it doesn't. It's like doesn't make sense to me. Like,
who do you
fucking-
think?
like
What do you think they're going to be next year? Like part in, like partially in?
yeah, they're gonna always
Or
be
do
in.
you think
Like
they're going to be all in again? I think they're going to be fucking all in again.
the only team that I can with a certainty say they're not all in and 100% like they're not all in are the Miami Dolphins. That is the only team that does not give a fuck. They don't give a shit.
Definitely not. They're not even in.
They're not even.
any percentage of in.
You know that one song when you used to play as a kid? They would play like you put your right foot in, you put
Yeah,
your
the
left
hokey
foot in,
pokey.
you do the hokey pokey. Like there's always that one kid, arms crossed, chocolate on his face, chocolate on his shirt, tears in his eyes, freckles, ginger, nutball. That's the Miami Dolphins not participating in this fucking game. Fuck them. Next.
Frederick's in the corner having a diabetic seizure. He's not going to be doing the hokey pokey with us.
You can't go
Cowboys at the Redskins.
I actually might want to watch that game. I think the
Yeah.
Redskins actually crapped their pants last game, right? Against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Didn't they do that?
It's
I like those
it's-
games. I like NFC East matchup games. I'll watch that for sure.
I like them.
I'll enjoy that.
I think the Cowboys are going to get after them. So it's
Let me guess,
strong reason to put money on the Redskins there.
Let me guess 9-7 Cowboys. 2019 to 2020.
Do you know
Second
the
in the
Cowboys? There's this weird stat out there where I think the Cowboys in the regular season
they're 8
have
and 8.
like the
They're 8 and
most wins over the last like 3 years.
The Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys, the NFL, the professional football team.
You're telling
Yeah.
me that the Dallas Cowboys have more regular season wins than the New England Patriots?
I think so.
That's
I mean, that's
incorrect.
you know how we are here.
That's
with
incorrect.
stats, right? Jamie, look that up.
Jamie, look
but
that
I-
shit up. Ezekiel
No,
Elliott,
they were
120
like- they were like-
yards? What? 120
No,
yards?
because
Huh.
the Patriots were only like 10-6 last year. The Cowboys had like a better record, like a better
What,
regular
11-5,
season
and the year
record than
before
them.
they went 9-7, and then the Patriots the year before that
And
went
they were like
15-1.
12-4 one year or something, right? Like I don't know. I'm just fucking saying they have a deceptive amount of regular season wins. All right, Peach.
That's like saying, just for the record, that's like saying Freddie Kitchens has like as a bowling champion. It's like, that doesn't matter. That means absolutely nothing. Like, Dallas Cowboys regular season wins means absolutely nothing. Like, it just doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
But the Tuesday league is a very serious league.
Did you know that the Cleveland Browns were undefeated in preseason a couple years ago? Did you know that?
That's sick. That's sick. Let's go. Let's keep pushing. Next level of games. Peach. I could eat a peach for hours. I could just sit there and watch these games all day long. Chiefs at the Raiders. What do you
I would bring that back to I would put the NFC game Cowboys Redskins. I would move that up and bring
You'd
this
move that.
game.
You'd switch them out.
I'd switch this one back. This game to me, you know what? This game is one of those games where it's like have it on the background, but It's like if I'm really drunk and there's a girl that it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'll do it maybe later, maybe.
I just want to watch the Raiders come back to earth, right? You saw that. You saw the belief. Like you saw they thought they could do something, and now they're going to run into an actual football team that they're going to have to play against.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, their defense is still dog shit, though. The Chiefs' defense is still not very good. So it's like the Raiders will put up points. I would actually bet the over on that, whatever the over is.
I'm all over that.
Yeah, I would.
Mahomes.
I got that shit, bro. I'm already up.
That's an auto. That's an auto over.
I would put the over on that just because there's going to be a lot of calls that go for the Raiders.
That was one of the very. I mean, I was very bad with the picks. I did have, so it wasn't a total waste. The two over unders that I bet. I bet the under on the Jets Bills. That was easy.
That is a very good bet.
It was 2-0 on the over unders. Because I bet on the Chiefs Jags, and that was like 49. That one
was
hit.
60.
Like, that was one of those ones.
I was fucking absurd.
I was watching that
I was thinking about going to that game. It was up in Jacksonville. I was thinking about it, but I was too busy tearing up Dorian waves.
That would have fucked up my world if you were there when Foles got hurt.
Really?
Because you'd have been all on my ass.
No, I would have been sad. I'm not a Foles. No, I'm not a Foles hater like that. Like
it was a dark moment. Here's the deal. They got this. Have you seen this Gardner Minshew guy?
Mm-mm.
He's crazy. Everybody fucking loves him.
Who is he?
And now, he's the new Jaguars quarterback. He was a 6th round pick this year. He played for Washington State. And he's this sort of guy who carries like a 6-pack of beer like under his shoulder pads. He has a crazy mustache.
So he's Blake Bortles, but like way cooler.
Like way cooler. And he was on fire last week after he replaced Foles, which is fucked up because Foles got hurt. Let's all remember, lest we never forget. Let's not forget 9/11, right? That just happened. Let's also not forget that Foles, when he got hurt, he threw a touchdown pass on that play.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
a monster bomb. Whatever Gardner Minshew does, let's have that image burn in our brains, people.
What about this? What if the Jags go and win a Super Bowl, and then because it's a torn clavicle, or he broke his clavicle in half? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So is he coming back at all? Like, is it over for the season?
No, he's coming back. He's about 8 to 10 weeks, I think.
How dope would it be? All right, so we got 4 AFC South teams, right? We got the Jaguars, we got the Colts, we got the fucking Titans, and who else am I missing? Some dipshit team.
Texans.
Right, so neither of those are competitive teams. I don't care what anybody says to me. So then you have the Jags coming through at a ball me like 9-7 into the playoffs, right? Gardner Minshew dies of a fucking whatever, dies. Nick Foles come back, 1.5 clavicles deep, and he just starts just letting it rain. And he actually takes it all the way to the AFC Championship game where it's Brady Foles Redux. What would you like? That'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick.
Well, that was part of my ultra bold prediction last week.
How did I know? How did I guess
that? So you got to carry that one step further. In that same scenario, Foles also plays Philadelphia in the Super Bowl, throws 7 touchdown passes, humiliates him so bad that they actually take down the fucking statue that they have of him in Philadelphia. That's what I'm hoping happens. But we'll see.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
Here's my nightmare scenario: is that Foles is out for 8 weeks. And then Minshew goes, somehow the Jags rally, and they're in a terrible division. They go like 6-2 in that time. They're like 6-3. And then in the process, this Minshew guy becomes a goddamn fucking folk hero, right? He's like, everyone loves him. People say he's like Baker Mayfield, but on steroids. Like when it comes to his personality, about how like lovable he is. Okay. And he becomes a goddamn folk hero. And then there's Big Dick Nick just standing there holding this big hog with nothing to do and nowhere to play, right? And then he gets traded to like another team.
But you know what though? Foles is such a good Christian. Like he would be like, he'd be down for that, and what's it called? He'd pat Minshew on the back. He'd coach like Foles. I feel like Foles has nothing to prove. You know what I mean? He's been good for a while. So at this point, he's just raking in the dough, putting those palms together, praying to the good Lord above. He's a good, he's got nothing to prove. You've already won the Tebow / Foles debate. Tebow's, you know what I mean? You already won. Like you already won.
Over.
It's over.
He's already dead.
He's been dead. He's dead.
I think
So,
Timmy's baseball career is over at this point too. I think he kind of gave up on that. So
there's a couple things that died a horrible death in my life. One of them being Tim Tebow. The second, of course, being season 8 of Game of Thrones. Both of those things, they're in a previous chapter of my life in my diary. That book is closed.
We don't live in the past. We move forward.
No.
Let's talk about Nick's old team, Eagles at the Falcons.
Lame. The only thing I would be entertained about that is knowing that you'll bet on the Eagles and inevitably lose. Or not, I'm sorry, on the Eagles, on the Falcons.
I'm gonna bet but not.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I wish I knew how to quit you, Atlanta. But it's like I got the Eagles right here, right? But I know this is right where the Falcons get frisky. Like I gotta bet I gotta bet on Falcons games, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that. Like why? But I have to. Steelers. What about Seahawks and Steelers? What do you got?
I'll watch it. I'll enjoy it. I like chunky. What's his face? Roethlisberger. I enjoy that. I always like watching Seahawks games, or at least the highlights, because you'll at least get like one or two really cool Russell Wilson plays. So I'll watch that. Put some Papa John's in front of me. I'll watch that.
Jags and Texans.
Really don't want to watch that game. I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't want to.
Any thoughts on Bill O'Brien right now? I was talking about him. I was like, man, this is the time to gloat. If you're a poker guy.
Dude, it's like, what have I been saying for years?
That Bill O'Brien's trash.
Guess what? Guess what happened last week?
They lost in incredible fashion.
Yeah, okay. Guess what? He's gonna, if he hasn't gotten fired the end of last season, which he didn't, he will either get fired this season or at the beginning of next season. But he'll get fired. He sucks. Like I just don't like. Now they don't have Clowney, so now their defense is worse. You're telling me that their offense improved? Like no.
Well, they got Tunsil. I think he gave up like 3 sacks. That was not good. Let's get to the last 2 games. These are the comfy couch games. These are the games where I'm willing to offend my significant other. Tell her, Grace, I'll be out soon.
I will be out soon, Grace. I will be out soon.
In order to get peace and quiet to watch these damn things. Saints at the Rams. Rams are 2-point favorites at home.
I'll watch that. That's gonna be a bet over on that one for sure.
It's a revenge game. So this is how I put it earlier.
Put the over on that. Over. What's the
52? 52.
Over. Easy. That's an easy over.
Easy over. Just fucking put your rent money on that one. And my thing was like the Saints are all butthurt.
From last year, dude. Still from last year.
Yeah, from last year, and the Rams don't give a fuck. So it's
what was the game when that guy got like headbutt in the gut or like in the dick, and it was like they missed the pass interference call? Was that Rams Saints?
Yeah, that was this one.
That game made me lose interest in football. For no joke.
Well,
dude.
but
That's
the thing that never gets pointed out enough is like, okay, that happened. The Saints got the ball first in overtime. They fucked it up.
It was
10
over.
different ways.
It was over.
Yeah, but I mean, it was, but like still, I mean, they still had 10 opportunities to win that game.
It's so if only there is some type of like computer technology that could slow down camera footage. You know what I mean? And you could like blatant calls like that. They need
careful what you wish for, though, dude. I'd rather have a bunch of pissed off rednecks in Louisiana than have to endure what I endured at the end of that Panthers-Bucks game.
Would you have to endure at the end of the?
It was excruciating. There was like 2 or 3 interference calls at the end of it that got reviewed.
Yeah, what's up with that?
They were fucked up anyway.
What the fuck is up with that?
It took like 45 minutes to watch the last 5 minutes of clock time.
Dude, you read my mind. Why did they do that where it's like I can now like throw a challenge flag to be like that's pass interference? Like what the fuck is that? Like what is that?
It just slows the game down because they're still fucking up the calls either way anyway.
Do they have commercial breaks in there?
I mean, I'm sure they do. I mean, they have commercial
Fucking-
breaks. Then you just sit there and then you stare at some fucking referee with his beats on, staring into a little Surface Pro on the
Yeah.
sideline. It's like, come
Fuck
on,
you,
man.
Roger Goodell. Fuck you, dude. You fucking idiot. Boo!
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 Fuck you,
Boo!
Roger! Fuck you, piece of shit, All right, last game, Vikings at the Packers.
I'll enjoy that. That's a good one. Aaron Rodgers been talking mad shit, so I'm excited to see. He's turned into the villain. He used to be everybody's he's become the villain. I don't know if you've noticed that, but people
I've
aren't
definitely
circle
noticed it.
jerking. Yeah, people aren't circle jerking. Like, there's no more State Farm commercials with now it's Peyton and Garth now. It's not. Uh oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Jesus! Oh my God, my
Uh-oh.
dog is like right out my window. Oh my God!
Is that your dog knocking on your door?
Well, that was Mrs. Fever knocking on it.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like, your dog has thumbs. Like,
Yeah, he's a solid knock. Probably got a
very good
good
knock.
shake too.
But yeah, I'll enjoy that game. I want to see the progression of Aaron Rodgers. I'm interested to see his loop. Will it become hero villain back to hero, or will it be hero to villain and forever be villain?
I think it's that last one. I really do. Yeah, because
he's going full Daenerys Targaryen. Okay.
yeah, I mean, this is going to be a good year for Mike McCarthy. He's going to get a good job next year. I gotta feel like. If you're in New York, how the fuck are you? How are you feeling about your life? There's a reasonable chance they could fire Adam Gase at the end of the year and then still go out and hire McCarthy. Like,
Yeah, I would.
that dude's batshit crazy. I don't know how he thought he could get away with that in New York City, but they're all over him. He's a mad.
Who, Gase?
Yeah,
The bad guy from Ghost?
yeah. I mean,
What
you
has he
already
done?
profiled, dude. You've already been
What-
fucking with Patrick Swayze, so you're on our shit list. So
What has he done? You said he's getting away with. What do you
Oh,
mean?
he just does. He does all these really weird press conferences where he's got crazy gay eyes and he gives these weird answers to questions and he's like really standoffish. He's stalking Demi Moore. Like, it's
What?
fucked up.
You won't let the
fucked
bitch
up.
do pottery in peace. He's got to go in and
Yeah.
ruin her pottery sesh.
Yeah, shattered it all. I was like, dude, that's my 4-piece ceramic bowl set. That took me like 9 hours. Hey, do you have any
That's
idea
funny.
how many mutant bowls are tucked in the trash before I got to those?
At
Like,
least he doesn't
God
have
damn
that
it.
weird mustache, that goofy fucking mustache. What is it, McAdoody had? Whatever.
Oh,
the guy had.
that Macadoodoo.
Yeah, McAdoody.
Yeah, that guy was trash. What else you got?
But I don't know. I crave Figaro applesauce. I don't know why.
You're craving the Figaro? The
Man.
advertising got to you, huh?
I did. It did.
So, yeah, I'm gonna have some more. I'm gonna solicit some more. For some more companies to advertise. I had a couple. I was at the landscaping company as well. But Figaro, that's the main sponsor right there.
Figaro applesauce in honor of the applesauce award. Really good.
Yeah,
Really good.
That's
shit.
why it's a direct sponsorship. Like I said, the apples may be veterinary grade, but the taste is premium. Right? So
pretty
it's-
sick shit.
I mean, it doesn't actually. You can't get it in America because it doesn't conform to most FDA standards.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of America, it's a hell of a hit. People
Yeah.
love it.
Pretty delicious. I'm craving some right now.
Yeah.
So.
Just basically 3 things, right? You don't have teeth, or you can't work your face muscles, and you like cinnamon. Then Figaro's for you. It's
Yeah.
got a real cinnamon kick.
I like
Well, then-
applesauce though. You talk shit. I love applesauce. You know, like applesauce?
Oh, people love it. They
Oh,
love the
man, I
sweet
can't
taste
get
of
enough.
Figaro. We're gonna corner the market. We really are. I'm gonna help them do it. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Can I just throw out advertisements for random companies, even, or is that illegal? I'm sure there's some law that says you can't. Like, what if
Well-
we go on, let's say I had a pod that bashes, I don't know, we're for the abuse of animals, and our sponsor is anti-animal.
PETA.
Yeah,
Is PETA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a
You know,
mockery
they-
of PETA.
Yeah. Today, you can't do that, right? Figaro.
I'm saying, is there a law? Is there a law that says that, or is that just
yeah, probably, right?
Yeah, there has to be, right?
I mean,
There's got to be.
Well, here's what would happen, right? Like for something that gets as for something that has very little impact, nothing would happen, right? People wouldn't fucking care. It would be a joke, right? But if you've got 10 million views and you're new, like you're running a bit about like declawing cats because it's you whatever you're doing some animal thing that's wrong and you're putting PETA into it, they're gonna get fucking pissed about that, right?
Totally.
And like you're probably gonna get some sort of cease and desist letter that you got whatever you're distributing, you gotta take down, and there may be something. I'm not a fucking lawyer.
But again, cease and desists are kind of just they're just they're kind of unenforceable cease and desist letters, right? They're not really.
I don't know.
Unless
I think you can file like injunctions against people, right? That's how it gets going.
What's an injunction?
So let's say that you're running that ad, right?
Let's say this. I'm gonna put a real life scenario. Let's say I have a podcast, and my podcast is essentially a college football podcast. I used to be an assistant coach in the Ohio State Buckeyes, but now I have a different podcast. It's like my own podcast now, where I defend myself, and I'm talking shit about Texas Longhorns, and I'm using the persona of a coach on that team. And let's say Texas sends me a cease and desist letter because I'm selling T-shirts with the guy's face on it, like the coach's face on it, looking like an asshole.
Yeah, I saw that. Pretty good chance you get shut down there, right?
Really? Because I can still order those shirts.
For a number of reasons, right? If you're going to persist in doing these things, you're going to have, like, one of the ways that you're going to get shut down is they're going to be a legal fatigue to this, right? Who do you think's got more money in their pocket to pay for lawyers, University of Texas or fucking Zach Smith, right? You can only sell so many T-shirts. And by continuing and creating injunctions and other sort of obstacles, they don't really need to win things. They only have to win certain stages of a legal battle to fuck him over, right? Yeah. If you're doing it just as more of like if he wasn't selling things, if he was just bashing Tom Herman, like that, he can do that to his heart's delight. Tom Herman's a public figure, and there's a lot of First Amendment stuff where you can say whatever the fuck you want about public figures. That's just where it goes. Except for things that are kind of straight up kind of libel and slander. But he hasn't. But here's the thing about Zach Smith. As far as I know, he hasn't been hit with the defamation suit, and he hasn't been hit with the libel and slander suit. And I'll tell you 100% why that is. Puppies is a lawyer, but what I will tell you is I know people that have been involved in lawsuits as the plaintiff, and there's this phase. It's called the deposition phase, where the lawyers on the other side they bring up everything that ever happened in your life. And they try and fuck you over, right? The whole thing, right? And the reason that fucking Zach Smith hasn't been sued is because he's a goddamn wild cannon. He really, at this point, has got nothing to hide. Like, when he talks about, like, fucking hookers and stuff with Tom Herman, gotta believe the dude, right? I totally believe him.
I believe him, y'all. I believe him.
He's a fucking scumbag, and he does scumbag things, and he did scumbag things with Todd Herman or Tom Herman.
Love you, Zach Smith. I love you, buddy. I'm a fan. You the man, buddy.
Smith.
You the man. You the man, bro. We could be scumbags together, dog. You're the man. I love you, dog. I follow your shit.
It's like we talked about. Like he's the Kurt, man. He's the Kurt from my life. Like anytime I wanted to do something bad, hey, smoking weed with Kurt. All right, getting drunk with Kurt. Fucking doing whatever stupid shit with Kurt. You do that with Zach Smith. So
hashtag not him. Hashtag not me.
Hashtag not me. Hashtag not me.
I like you, Zach. Don't listen to Bobby Fever. He's talking mad shit. You the man, dog. You the man. You the man.
But no, so I wouldn't, I wouldn't want to, be like.
I think you hit on the head, man. You can't bring him into a depot because then he's
you
gonna be
cannot
like,
have him deposed.
Yeah,
you can't have all that on paper.
Yeah,
you just can't do it.
All right, Zach, where were you on this night? I was balls deep in this chick from behind, and Todd Herman was balls deep in the front. We were high-fiving each other. and that's
And here's the thing. I know that his name is Tom Herman, and I'm only going to call him Todd Herman.
I'm going to call him Todd. I'm going to call him Todd.
It looks like a Todd to me, man. I'm sorry. You look more like a Todd than you do a Thomas.
Let me ask you a question.
Thomas Herman.
Are you on the Zach Smith side or are you on Todd's side?
Oh, when it comes to who's telling the truth, I'm on Zach Smith's side here. Right? When it comes to like whose side am I on, they can both go fuck themselves. I don't really care. Like I don't want to put myself on Zach Smith's side of like anything, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to do that. Nice.
I've become a fan. I've become a fan of Zach. Because I follow him on Twitter, and like his shit is so funny. Like he's turned a fan. He's turned me into a Zach Smith fan. So I am against the China government. I'm with the protesters in this one.
You're with the protesters.
You're like Japan. You're busy playing PlayStation 4. You don't really care too much about what's going on.
I'm trying to get this PS5 out. Okay, I got bigger fucking worries.
You're worried about your Samsung stock, you know? You're not worried about China versus Han Kang, you know?
I don't know what this Xbox shit's going on. I don't know what that is. I got to keep up with them. I'm not worried about tear gas being rained down from 200 stories up and then vaporizing protesters' skulls.
Vaporized?
I don't care about that. Vaporized. Womack! I should have known, you piece of shit! What a great movie. I'll tell you what, that was not accurate. The more like the shower room, that for me was the most disappointing part.
Which shower room? The one where the Navy SEALs come out from the ground and look down?
Like the actual shower room is like nothing like that in the movie.
What do you mean?
Super bummer.
What do you mean it's nothing like it? What do you mean?
I mean, when I went to Alcatraz, like
I'm saying like
shower room, man. Just telling you, dude.
Are you just saying that the shower room was better in real life, or like, was that not the like? What do you mean?
It was way better in the movie. Like that scene doesn't work obviously in the real prison because the shower room is basically like a cafeteria, right? With a bunch of just like a big empty, flat room. There's no levels to it, right? There was no motion alarms or tumblers or anything. They didn't head fake him with the laser beam and then get him with the motion detector.
Damn it!
It sucked. Yeah, it really brought me down. Still super sick movie though, Michael Bay. I love you for it.
Did we get a chance to talk about speaking?
Well, yeah, we haven't talked. Have we talked about Bad Boys 3 yet? If we haven't, we need to. I think we did a little bit.
I think we texted back and forth a little bit.
We did text. So you watched the trailer and I watched the trailer, and I think we had different reactions to it.
You seemed like excited for the movie.
I'm so fucking in. Like I am so in.
I'm not in.
Like I only have one worry. Like literally, my only worry for the whole fucking movie is like if I'm gonna be distracted by how weird Martin Lawrence's face looks.
Dude, that
guy,
it's
crazy.
Is that guy on steroids? He's not even that
fat. Like he gained like 40 pounds, but he gained 15 of it in his fucking face. It's crazy.
It's like those weird, like when you go on the things like the GoFundMe's and it's like some really cute girl when she was like 13, and then you'd see her when she's like 16 and she's been on steroids for the last 4 years and her head looks really big. That's what Martin Lawrence.
Like prednisone made her look like that.
Yeah,
kid from the Mask.
like
like Jesus Christ,
super fucked up.
You look like a gorilla and your skin's leather now. Like this is horrible. Like let me give you $20 here.
Like that monkey from Planet of the Apes, the orange one,
Yeah,
orange.
I'm gonna follow you into the Congo to search for Solomon's lost city of gold. Bad gorilla, bad gorilla.
That's it.
Anyone? Raindrop drink. Yeah, you look like you like raindrop drinks, bitch. Like, come the fuck on.
Oh fuck, that's pretty funny. But no, hey, here's the thing about that movie. They're running out of ideas when it comes to movies. There's been a couple things that have stood out over the last couple years. I really enjoyed Get Out, like that one movie directed by Keegan-Michael whatever, or Key and Peele. I enjoyed that. I thought that was a cool idea. There's a couple more. I can't think of them off the top of my head, but for the most part, movies are getting recycled and just spit back out. And this is a good example. I mean, it's so not interesting that even Michael Bay is like Michael Bay. He's like he'll do anything. He's on Transformers 9. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he wouldn't do this movie. So what does that say about this movie? And I didn't see Reggie once. I didn't see. Where's Reggie? I didn't see Reggie.
Who's Reggie, the tire guy?
No, Reggie is the guy when they open the door on Bad Boys 2, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he's like, "Hi, I'm here to date your daughter. What's your name?" Reggie.
Oh,
What'd you say?
Reggie.
How old are you? I'm 18. You look 23. He says some shit like that. How old is you?
So, Reggie,
He's not in the
one of
movie.
the
I'm not
things-
in. I don't want to.
so I'm in. All right. The one thing so I guess I have two concerns. All right, I'm going to go with
So you're
two
not in.
concerns here.
So you're not in.
No, I'm in. I'm absolutely in. Right? You can be in on the Patriots and still have concerns, right?
I guess.
I'm in on the Patriots. I got, there's a couple legitimate concerns. I'm in on fucking Bad Boys 3, and I got legitimate concerns.
All right, I want to hear your concerns.
Number one, like I went to, I gotta be able to get over Martin Lawrence's weird face. If I can do that, I'm good. And then I'm worried about Michael Bay not being there, because I'm a Michael Bay fan. All right,
course.
Michael Bay, all right, yeah, I'm in. Or Transformers, never mind. That's the one thing I'll skip. I could do without those Transformers movies.
Okay.
But I was worried because you texted me and you were super down it, and then I watched the
Was.
trailer and I was like, what the fuck is this dude talking about? I was like, this is going to be exactly what you think it's going to be at every point. Like, we've already seen this movie, right? Like, we know the jokes, we know the action sequences,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want them. Like, why the fuck can't I just have them again? Like, it's like when they released Halo, the anniversary edition. Give me the same shit, the same fucking levels, and spice up the graphics a little bit. That's
what?
exactly what I needed. And that's what Bad Boys 3 is. That's the way I'm looking at it, and I fucking need it.
You're just you've been snorting too many remember berries. You know what I mean? Like
Too many member berries? Yeah,
too
I
many
mean, that's true.
member-berries. It's
But
just
when
I
that
don't
guy,
know,
like, when that
you just like
fucking
the you like the
Joe
captain.
Palantino-
You like the captain being in there, Joe Palantino, whatever. You like
Yes.
the captain being there.
As soon as I saw that guy, I was in. I was on the fence, and then I saw him. I was like, I'm fucking in.
Where's
I'm in,
where's
And they
Dwayne's
better
Wade?
destroy some shit, and he better chew their asses, and then that's all I need.
What about
That's it. I'm
Dwayne
good.
Wade's wife? Where's she at? The one who eats his asshole.
Gabrielle Union?
Where's she?
I don't know. I don't care. They
She
don't
needs
give
to
a
be
fuck.
in there.
She's not the reason I would watch or not watch that movie.
I'm
I
just
wouldn't
saying,
be like,
like-
Gabrielle Union, this is gonna suck. But I wouldn't be, Gabrielle Union, this is gonna be a banger. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this thing. I don't care. It's Will Smith.
Let me just
Bad
say
Boys.
this: I have my expectations extremely low. Martin Lawrence looks like a moon face. Will Smith looks the same though. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
he looks.
Will
He
Smith
literally
looks
looks the
good.
same.
Looks real good.
He looks real good. Martin Lawrence doesn't. I see explosions. I see gunshots. I already know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Lethal Weapon 4 ripoff. I'm too old for this shit. You're gonna have Martin Lawrence with the glasses. Like, I can't see, dog. What do you mean,
Yeah.
dog? I
Yeah,
can't see,
exactly.
dog. I can't
It's not
see.
good about
I
that.
can't see, man. I need. Where my Depends at? You wear diapers? Where my Depends at? Waka waka.
That's it.
It's stupid.
No, it's not stupid. It's
Give me.
time
You know
tested.
what? Let me say this. I do not want this movie, but if they came out and said, we will give you this movie alongside Rush Hour 4, I'd be like, okay, fine. Okay.
So you
But-
want Rush Hour? So you're pro Rush Hour 4?
I
and you're
just am
anti
saying
Bad
that
Boys 3?
it's
Are
just
you
like
fucking
if
kidding
you're,
me?
if you're going to give me the same thing over and over again, it should pretty much be gift wrapped and placed under my pillow, and it should be free. Like, I shouldn't have to pay money to see the same movie 4 times in a row. Lethal Weapon, not Lethal Weapon, I'm sorry. Rush Hour is a little different because Jackie Chan, he does his own stunts. I'm a big Jackie Chan fan. And I like Chris Tucker. But overall, I'm not too pumped for this movie. You know, Bad Boys for Life. I mean, it is what it is. I'm a little disappointed. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're going to change your mind sometime. I think in February, right? It comes out in February.
I don't know. I'm not
It's
sure.
good. Whenever it does, I'm going to be there.
Are you a virgin? Yes, sir. We're going to keep it that way. Ain't going to be no fucking tonight.
Rats fuck. They fuck like us, man. They fuck like people.
They fuck, that's a big fuck. That's a what is it? That's a nice fucking fish. Big fucking eyes. That's a nice fucking fish.
All right, you got anything else?
I don't know. One last thing here. We were talking about podcasts earlier. I was listening to a couple of like Joe Rogan and like Joey Diaz, and a lot of them are talking about Dave Chappelle's new stand-up, and apparently it's supposed to be pretty controversial for a couple of reasons. One, the Rotten Tomatoes, which the people that rate movies and all that shit, they gave it a really low rating, but people say that it's like the funniest special ever made. I don't know if you've seen it on Netflix. Bueller. Uh-oh. Shroud's dead. Shroud is dead.
Shroud's not dead. Yeah, Zencaster. That was a Zencaster.
It's a Zencaster moment.
That was a Zencaster.
I guess that's not a bad time to end then. I was just talking about Dave Chappelle's new comedy special, but I haven't seen it, so.
Okay, I haven't seen it either, so that probably would not end well. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here before we lose all our Zencaster audio. Everybody, I'm going to be back Sunday night. We'll see if Poker Guy's here or not. We'll see if the hurricane gets you or whatever.
Waves. Don't worry, I'll be sending you more pictures off my GoPro.